blessings, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, Beauty, Herbs, and Tea. My name is Abril, and I am a successful herbal wellness entrepreneur with herbal products, herbal courses, and my own in-person herbalism school and retreat center. And welcome to my food forest. All of the things that I have growing here in my food forest. So I have peaches, pears, persimmons, apples, bananas, plums, wild berries, wild strawberries, grapes, nuts, chestnuts. I'm probably missing some things and I might put them on the screen. These are all the things that I have growing naturally in the wild. Like, I did not plant these, okay? These are just growing. They're just growing. And I also have a garden, and in my garden, I'm growing tons and tons of food for my family and for my retreat center. So my land feeds my whole family. My land provides food for my retreats and my herbalism classes. So I truly have a self-sustaining land. Now, in this video, I wanted to walk you through me designing my food forest and adding more permaculture to my food forest. My land naturally has different permaculture design and concepts that helps my food forest be sustainable. However, I want to add in more permaculture concepts to the area that I am self-growing on the land. So in this video, we're gonna go over number one, what is permaculture? Number two, different permaculture concepts that you can start practicing right now on your land, in your garden, on your balcony, all different things to make your life and make growing more sustainable. And we're gonna talk about a way that you can learn permaculture at home too. So what is permaculture? Now, permaculture is a newer word. It's a newer term. However, this way of gardening and growing is an indigenous based method that was created by our indigenous ancestors because they knew how to read the land and they knew how to farm and garden so that this farm or their land can provide food and provide, sustainability for their family and their tribes and their village. So the technical term of permaculture is a design system that is self-sufficient, regenerative, and sustainable that creates habitats and ecosystems and gardens and food forests for your family and yourself that is based strictly on the land. It's based on you reading the land and letting the land work for you instead of you doing all the work. Now, I'm doing this video and I am adding more permaculture things and designs to my food forest because I actually have a permaculture workshop coming up at the end of the month. So on April 25th and April 26th, I am actually hosting a one-day permaculture workshop, a permaculture farming and gardening workshop right here at my herbalism school and retreat center. Now, I am having a permaculture design expert come to the land and teach you all about permaculture farming and gardening. So if you live in the Atlanta, Athens, Augusta area, Macon, what else is over here? East of Atlanta. If you live over here and you would like to learn how to create a permaculture farm and garden or both, or balcony, wherever you are growing at, okay? If you want to learn how to create a self-sustainable living, a self-sustainable farm or garden that will feed your family for generations, okay? If you want to learn how to farm and garden and grow like your ancestors, come on over to the land. Come on over, okay? Just come on over and meet me at this workshop. You're going to learn all things gardening and farming with permaculture design in mind. So you're gonna learn how to read the land and design your own permaculture food forest. You're going to learn how to build raised beds. You're going to learn about growing food, transplanting, mulching, creating compost, water management, seed starting, raised bed and garden designs. You're gonna learn a lot, okay? Back to the video. I also have a certificate in regenerative agriculture. I went to farm school, y'all. I'm a nerd, okay? I'm a whole nerd. Now, I do want to incorporate more permaculture designs to my land. The food forest itself is already creating food for us. It's already creating fruit trees. I do have a plot that I'm growing on a 1/4 acre. And with that plot, I have a couple of trees. I want to add more permaculture concepts. So in this video, you're going to come along with me and we're going to design. You're going to see me real time designing a permaculture section of my land, of my food forest. So we are standing in one of my 7 orchards that I have here on the land. This is a pear tree orchard, and everything you see around me is pear trees. So right here in front of my property, I have an orchard here and an orchard over there. So literally, that's a pear tree, that's a pear tree, that's a pear tree, that's a pear tree. As you can see, there is not much growing around it, and so I want to grow food around these pear trees. So I am going to use a permaculture method called the central canopy method. So the central canopy method in permaculture, it is a method that you use, or where you use the taller trees to create a microclimate for other plants to grow underneath it. So the taller trees are the main part of the system. The taller trees helps provide shading, it helps protect from the wind, it helps regulate the temperature, and it really provides a great climate for you to plant other plants underneath the trees for the plants to thrive and survive. So we're going to actually design a central canopy method using my pear trees in the back and using Miss Chadiana, as I like to call her. Now, let me give a general disclaimer. I generally do not use AI. It's a means to an end. I only use AI for spell checking because AI, we know that it has problems. If you use AI, just know that AI is never 100% correct. Honestly, a lot of the times it is wrong. So whenever you do use AI, make sure you're asking the AI to quote its sources, okay? Quote your sources, Miss Chadiana, Miss ChatGPT. Also, make sure that you are researching and double checking the information that chat is giving you. For this purpose, we are using AI to create pictures as a guide for us to help with our garden. I am going to insert the picture right here. So this is a classic pear tree permaculture guild designed with the pear tree as the main central canopy, supported by a diverse mix of plants that all work together. Now at the base, you'll find comfrey and yarrow helping to provide nutrients to the soil, pollinator attractors like echinacea marigolds and alyssums, low-growing plants like strawberries that act as a living mulch, and aromatic pest control plants like chives, garlic, and nasturtiums, which help deter harmful insects and support overall plant health. Say hello to my chickens. Now, y'all, I've had chickens for about a year now, or almost a year, maybe about like 8 months, I would say, and I have had a journey with these chickens, okay? So don't laugh when I tell y'all their names, okay? This is Little Fizz, and this is Amarian. J-Book and Raspy were attacked by a predator. Yes, I am a millennial. And so Amarian and Little Fizz are the only surviving members of Chicken B2K. Hi, chickadees. So we're just gonna take a peek in here and see their eggs. This is a week's worth of eggs. So if you are going to get chickens, you do not need a lot of chickens, y'all. Okay, 2 chickens gave me all of these eggs. That's about a dozen eggs right now, if not more. And this will feed my family for 2 weeks. Hey, Little Fizz! He's like, what is this camera? What is... Let me know if y'all want more chicken content. My chickens are freaking hilarious, y'all. Okay, So this bed right here is another bed that I am going to be working on, and this right here is an elderberry tree. And so just like the pear trees that I have on my land, I am going to be using the central stacking method to create a beautiful symbiotic environment to help support this elderberry tree. Now this elderberry tree, y'all, is in its second, or is it its first its first year of growth. It is 1 year old. I planted it 1 year today. So if you're familiar with a 1 year old elderberry tree, this is what she looks like. Hopefully by next year, she will give me berries. I am so excited to use her at my school. So it's pretty much bare in here. And as you can see, weeds are kind of overgrown. Some of these are medicinal. That's why I'm not touching them.
Okay, here is another picture that Miss Chadiana created for me, demonstrating the central canopy method. So in the center, you will see my elderberry tree. You will also see plants like nasturtium, garlic, and chives to act as pest control. Plants like comfrey and yarrow to help add nutrients back to the soil. You'll also find white clover as a ground cover to help fix the nitrogen in the soil. And then I added in some more medicinal herbs like lemon balm. Now y'all, this is why you cannot trust ChatGPT. Why did ChatGPT add mint to this guild? Now if you know anything about mint, mint is invasive. It will take over your whole bed. So never plant mint in ground. This is why you always have to double check to make sure everything is correct. Now, I would replace mint with a borage or even a bee balm.
I want to include what I'm growing in my garden. So we are growing right now. We're growing kale, spinach, lettuce, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, tomatoes, peppers, okra, cucumbers, and green beans, and potatoes and sweet potatoes and corn. That is everything I am growing on my land for my retreat. Now let me know if you want a full tour of my garden and all the things I am growing, as well as my herbs and what I plan on making for my retreat. This bed right here is another bed that I will be adding to. Now in permaculture, this is an example of something called a permaculture guild. Now, in permaculture, a collection of plants that work well together and that support each other's growth and survival is called a permaculture guild. You can also call it a polyculture, a planting group, or even companion planting, which I'm sure some of you farmers and gardeners have heard of. Now, a guild is a collection of plants that work together to benefit the whole, and typically a star player, which is a vegetable or a perennial, any crops that you are growing. Now, again, you choose plants that's going to benefit the whole system. So typically in a guild, you're going to have plants that are pollinators. So flowers and plants that attract pollinators. You're going to have plants that fix nitrogen in the soil or fix the soil's overall health. You're going to have plants that act as a ground cover to keep the soil moist. And then you're also going to have plants that act as a pest deterrent. So as you can see in this bed, my star player is going to be my kale, and the deal I have in between the kale to deter pests, mainly aphids because I hate them, as well as grasshoppers. I also have mint. Notice my mint is not growing in the bed. It is growing in a container. Even this is a little risky because mint be doing her own thing, child. But I also have some mint to deter a lot of pests. Now I do have some spinach and some lettuce to act as a ground cover to cover the soil. So I'm actually going to be filling this bed in with more lettuce. The ground cover is going to keep the soil moist. I do have marigolds that are planted around the border to act as a deterrent and pest control, and I have some more herbs intermingled in here. I have some parsley and some cilantro, some more cilantro again to act as pest control. And again, I'm going to be adding more ground cover in here because again, I want to keep the ground moist and I don't want much soil being exposed. I don't like seeing soil if I don't have to. I'm also going to add more plants to fix the soil. Right here is yarrow. Yarrow is a highly nutritious plant and works like a comfrey to fix the soil and add more nutrients. This bed right here is going to be used to feed my guest during my retreat in the next couple weeks. So I have to keep this kale from bolting. A few more plants that I am growing for the garden as well as for our permaculture workshop. So if you're in the Atlanta or Metro Atlanta area or Athens, Augusta, Macon area, honestly, if you're anywhere in Georgia, come on out. Okay, come on out. We're going to be giving away, you're going to take home some plants. You're going to take home some plants from my garden and my land, as well as get your hands dirty and learn how to plant seeds and plant plants using this permaculture method. So some of the plants that you get to take home are these right here. These are an assortment of plants. I think we have some tomatoes, some peppers, some, what does this say? What does this say? Some zucchini, some tomatoes, some peppers, more peppers, maybe some corn in there. It's a lot of stuff. Me and my apprentice planted some seeds. I am teaching this week, and so we went over seed planting, and so she got a chance to plant some seeds for y'all. Right here we have banana trees. I might insert a clip of me and my apprentice growing bananas. We have some roses. This is going to be used for our nature spa and our detox bath. This is called a cranium lily, and this I am going to plant. It looks a little not so great, okay, because I ordered her. I did not grow her from seed. But I am going to use this plant for my herbal steam beds. I went to Thailand and had herbal steam beds done, and they are so amazing, y'all. Okay, you lay on the bed and you get baked. Okay, you get baked with some herbs. Best thing ever. And so I immediately came back to the States and purchased some cranium lilies, also known as poison bulb, because of my Thai massage school that I went to in Thailand. Here, I think this is cucumber, okra, something. And then we have just a bunch of other plants. Oh, I have hibiscus right here too. So all of these will be planted in the garden. Some of these are being given away at our permaculture course. All right, y'all. Hopefully you all enjoyed seeing a little slice of my food forest and how I plan on incorporating more permaculture principles on my 87-acre food forest and how my family is surviving off the land, growing fresh fruit and produce and herbs. And if you want to learn how to grow fresh fruit, produce, and herbs, make sure to come to our in-person permaculture class that is taking place right here at my Herbalism school on April 25th or 26th. And then for all of my other folks, for all of my online folks who are like, bro, I'm not in Georgia, I got you. I have partnered with Herbal Academy to bring you an online gardening course. Now, this is a course that I help contribute to. It is not my course. I am a partner with Herbal Academy, and I filmed some videos, some herbal gardening videos, along with a lot of other creators and educators, herbal creators and educators that you all might know and that are some of your faves. So you can grab that in the description box below. Now let me know if y'all want to see more of my garden and my food forest. I have so many other trees and fresh fruit and trees growing as I turn the land more into a permaculture food forest. Let me know if y'all like these videos, if y'all like farming and gardening videos. And if you have watched this far, don't forget to watch these two videos over here. This video talks all about how to make tinctures. It's like a free mini herbalism class. In this video right here, it dives into some books. Okay, we all love herbalism books. Okay, this video dives into some herbalism books by Black authors. So that is all I have for y'all today. Don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, and stay blessed, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.